from tree to tree and I'm trying to get an underwing shot with the light coming through. I've not nailed it. So welcome back to the channel, and today I'm out in the meadow and the woods looking for bird species and mammals, whatever's about really, in the snow. Now I've been doing kind of a video for over about a week now, so I've managed to capture some nice footage of heavy snowstorm, also nice bright sunny days, overcast days, and get some nice footage of some resident birds in the snow. Really difficult to photograph birds sometimes in the snow because of that brightness. It throws the meter out on the camera a little bit and tries to turn the everything grey with that meter, so it's always a case of overexposing an image, whether that's +1 or 2 stops or whatever. It's just a bit of trial and error and playing around trying to find out which is the best setting. But we're here at the moment in my local forest, and I've been photographing northern cardinals here. I've been photographing chickadees, nuthatches, woodpeckers. Also managed to get a few images of an early morning red-tailed hawk, which has been amazing, and that was before the sun was even up, so it was really kind of blue lighting, sort of the blue hour. So it's been really nice. But we're going to pop round today and have a look and see what's about, and I'll obviously show you some of the images and some of the video and things that I've captured of the beautiful birds amongst a snowy wilderness. I just want to go through the new backpack as well, which is the OneMo backpack by PGYTECH, which is the tactical. This is in the midnight camo, and they also do a coyote camo as well, and we'll go through that bag as well just to show you some of the various functions of the backpack and some of the little added additions it has. Got it on me today, quite lightly packed, but we'll go through that at a later stage. But right, gonna head on and see if we can find some birds. So it's that cold today. My selfie stick that I've got here with the Osmo Action 5 Pro on it is sticking to my gloves. So I think we're at -12 today, so it's been about -21, I think. It's the coldest it's been so far this winter. So pretty damn cold. What I'm trying to look for today is the barred owl. Now I haven't seen the barred owl for a few weeks, so I'd love to capture it in the snow. Now I've checked its regular haunts, a lot of the conifers it seems to lay up in, and it's not there. A few hollows as well, and it's not there. So since we've had the deluge of snow now and the temperatures have dropped, I haven't seen it much. Now I'd imagine it's probably hunkered down in a crack crevice of a hollow in a tree, and it's probably there most of the time. So going to be a bit difficult to find, but I'm hoping to find a sunny spot. Hopefully the owl will reveal itself. We might be able to get off a few images, because I'd love to capture the barred owl in the snow. Whether that's just hunting or that's a nice sunlit position really, where it's just keeping itself relatively warm. Right, let's go on. It's quite a big area, so we're going to see if we can track it down. You probably hear an awful lot of crows in my videos, whether that's raven or American crow. There's one there because they're always here, and I love the sound of a crow. Just having a little scan then, just to see if I could see the owl in the trees, but it's very, very difficult. But going to go further on into a clump of conifers and see if it's in there. It would be great to see it, it really would. Because hunting in this must be very, very difficult. Very thick snow, it's probably a couple feet deep now. So it makes that added difficulty for it to find food. I hope he's doing all right though. Getting quite close to my owl, so I hope he's doing okay. Right, on we go. If you can hear that obliging chickadee. It sounds so much like the tit family at home. So it's very, very quiet as you'd expect on a very cold day. And none of these bird species are obviously being baited, so they're not forthcoming. So it's a bit of hard work on my behalf, so having to try to track them down and find them. But if you find some good sunny spots, there are some birds flitting around trying to grab what they can from the nooks and crannies of trees, on the edge of the conifers if they're finding stuff in there. But it is possible, and it's better to do it this way for me anyway. It's the more natural shot, but I have had no luck with the owl yet. So I was out yesterday in the snowstorm and it was fantastic. I managed to get some shelter under trees, watching some woodpeckers, some cardinals. It was absolutely fantastic. The camera was having a really, really hard time with the focus system. Trying to track focus with all that intense snow was like throwing it out, focusing on the snow, not on the bird. Even with the IAF, it was quite difficult actually. But I did manage to capture some footage, so I'm going to play that next, a little sequence of with some of the images and some of the video that I captured with the birds in the snowstorm. It was absolutely beautiful, really, really was. So slightly elevated, but we've got a squirrel here feeding away, and it's just feeding on a pine cone, I think. Now, it's not the most desirable subject, I guess, but here in Canada the grey squirrels are native, so I'm happy to take a few pictures of grey squirrels here where I'm quite reluctant at home. Not that I dislike them, it's just that they're kind of everywhere too, and they're not, for me, a truly native species, so I don't tend to photograph them that much, just notwithstanding the fact that they are beautiful in their own right, because they are. The detail, the lovely fur on them, the very big eye, their sort of nature of their behaviour is fantastic. But just captured a little bit of footage there of that grey squirrel going about its business. As I say, guys, it's a cold day today, but you can feel the warmth when you come amongst the conifers. It's beautiful, and with a little wind that's blowing, you can get a bit of snow that just falls off, and the glitter of it as it goes down in the sun. It's absolutely fantastic. So when I'm shooting in the snow, and I've done a video on it before, you can see the link above, or if not in the vlog description. is that, as I said before, you generally have to dial in overexposure. Now, as a rule, when I'm out in the snow, I generally select 1 stop over as a general rule. I may have to increase that depending on the lighting conditions. If it's sunny, if it's dull, it depends if it's in a dark part of the wood or whatever. I may have to increase that a little bit, but I'm always going overexposure generally on my images, and the same with the video too, because as I said, that metering system on your camera will try to then make that a kind of neutral and make it middle of the road and make it grey. And the last thing you want, beautiful white powdery snow, is a horrible dull colour of grey. But that's just a general rule, but you need to play around with it. Check that histogram on the back of your camera just to make sure that you're not clipping the highlights too much, and obviously you don't want to be underexposing it too much either, but just getting a nice even spread without that clipping at the end. But it's a bit of a trial and error thing. Got to go with it, do a few test shots and see where you are. The last thing you want to do is overexpose it too much unless you're going for a high key shot where you've, say, got a woodpecker which is predominantly white and black, and then you're blowing all that white out and you've got the black. High key, great shot, but if you want to retain detail, backgrounds, etc., then you really want to make sure that you get the exposure bang on. Right, I'm going to head on. I've just heard some birds up in some shrubs up the top there. I'm going to go and have a look. So guys, just going to run through the PGYTECH OneMo backpack tactical this morning. It's minus 12, so it's pretty chilly, but we're going to run through the bag, just show you some of the functions it's got. First of all, we're just going to run through the outside of the bag. It's in this midnight camo pattern, which is really, really nice. It's little black areas there interspersed with bits of light and dark green. Really, really nice. They do this in the coyote colour as well, which is kind of like a brown colour. So the two variants there if needed. Okay, they do a 25 litre and a 35 litre. So this is the 35 litre, and this will house 2 bodies, 6 lenses and a drone. Whereas the 25 will do 2 bodies and 6 lenses. Max lens, I can get my 500 in here, just about, with the lens reversed. So that's lengthways, so that's not too bad. I can just about get it in there. So a snug fit. We'll go through the internal parts in a moment, but it's made of very durable fabric. Very, very rough, sort of ripstop material, so it doesn't get abrased and scratched quite easily. It's quite rugged. If you're going through like a forest behind me, quite thick, and you're getting little scratches on it, it's pretty hardy. So we'll just go through the front of the backpack first. So here we've got the front portion with a lower pocket there. There's a lot of these webbing loops here, lots of these systems here, which is called the Molly system, where you attach loads of umbilicals to that, whether it be extra pouches, etc. You can just lash stuff down there. There's lashing points and connection points all the way around this bag, so it's really made for add-ons as well, which they do sell separately. You've got a little Velcro patch there if you want to put your favourite patch on there with a bit of Velcro. I don't know, if you visited a place, you want to stick it on there, whatever. Absolutely ideal. So say you've got all those webbing loops there and these portions here, and it's all very, very rugged material. Okay, you've got this closure flap at the front, so all you do is tip it up like that, and you've got a big opening in there. So at the moment in there, I've got a solar unit, and I've just got a knife when I'm out and about, and it reaches all the way down the bottom. So you could, in theory, get a notebook, laptop in there, you get a drone, other bits and bobs in there, gimbals and stuff like that. But for me, I've just put those in there for illustration purposes. And what I like about it is that you've got loops here. Cold days like today, all you do is pull these tight, lock it down, and it won't lift up. The only way you can do that is if you pull that and it opens up. So nice and easy. Okay, right, moving to the side of the bag. We've got these little loops here at the side and these portions here. Now you slide your tripod legs in there, and then you lash the tripod. This is a, bear with my hands today, it's quite cold. You've got these, and there's a little webbing loop there, and you just lock that down. And you just pull it tight, there we go, and then pull that tight as required. If you've got a fitted with a chair there, you've got a brolly, you've got ski poles, whatever, and then the tripod legs, 2 of them, 1 of them, depending on the size of the tripod, can go in there. So that's that side, and you've got lots of little webbing loops there as well. So ideal for that. So that's this side portion. It's the same on the other side, although slight differences here is the pocket system, which undoes all the way around, and here you've got a battery indicator system in there, and you'll see in some of the pictures, it's got a red or green indicator dependent on if the battery is alive or if it's dead. And you can also fit some other stuff in there as well. Also, it's got a hidden AirTag pocket just in there, snuck away if you want to keep your bag safe and locate it if it gets pinched or you lose it if you put it down somewhere and you want to locate it again, you can put a locator beacon in there. But that's part of it. Another thing I really do like about this is 2 points to get your camera or equipment out. Here I've got my DJI batteries, and I've also got my DJI vlogging camera kit in there, so I can access that from the bag. I can keep my waist strap on my waist belt on, swing the bag around and access it that way without getting it on the ground. So ideal. Put that back in there. Okay, zip that back up. So the zippers are YKK zippers, so they're really, really good zippers. Very, very strong, very, very durable and ideal. And I like the fact you've got the easy pull here. You haven't got the zip, so you could just pull that in cold weather. It said -12 today. It's quite difficult on the old hands. Okay, so it's pretty much the same on the other side. The only reason this side is you haven't got a pocket there. You've just got the tripod or poles or brolly or whatever you want to lash in there with the same lashing point there. You've got another lashing point there as well. And you come with 2 extra straps as well that come with the bag. So that's that side. So we've covered the front, we've covered that side, and now we'll go on to the back. So the back of the bag, it's got the rawest system, which is their paint system they use. You can push this down and you can basically move this portion of the bag up or down, just to select it as you want it. Okay, so I have mine generally in about medium. Let's just do that again. So mine's on about medium, cinch it down, job done. So you've got a lovely strap system at the back. Let's say the rawest system there with a raised portion there, and it's ventilated as well so it doesn't get sweaty at the back. Really good system. Nice rugged straps with holes there on as well for aeration. And you've also got some attachment points there as well for camera, etc. if you need to clip it on. You've got a breast strap there, which you can do up, which you just clip it in place, cinch it across your chest, nice and sturdy when you're going, and it's the same for the bottom portion. Now this bottom portion of the waist belt does come separately. This doesn't come with it, you have to buy that separately. And it also doubles as a single waist strap that you can use without the bag. All you do there is you can attach varying camera attachment points to it, and this is also a system there that you can undo that, put a lens through, tighten it down, and when you're carrying it on your belt, the lens doesn't bounce around. So a really good system there. Straps, webbing, really, really sturdy, very good all round. Ideal when you're on the go. And that's pretty much the back system there. On the bottom, if you can see there, you've got 2 straps, which these come with it. I put my tripod in there if it's a big tripod, or I'll put my snowshoes in there, as you can see in the illustrations there, carrying them on the bottom, so nice and sturdy. And it's got a nice hardened bottom to it as well, so when you're putting it on the wet ground, it doesn't get the bag totally wet. So really good system there. And that's pretty much that. Just go through the pockets here. So in here at the moment I've got hand warmer, memory cards, and you've got a little pocket system there. And we've also got here, this is the all-weather cover that fits over the bag, and it fits all over the bag, which is great. You could possibly have it in a vertical horizontal position with the PGYTECH logo on. It depends on what you've got. Long ways with the PGYTECH coming this way, it covers over a lot better on the bag. You could do it sideways if you haven't got anything fitted on the side, but its actual orientation is the PGYTECH going right up through the middle. So stow that back in there. Okay, that's the bag on the outside. And last but not least, guys, just the top bit here, which is really ingenious. And on here, you've got a little zipper, which opens the back of the bag, but you've got a little portion there, which you unpop that. It's just a safety buckle to stop the zips opening. But here, I like this very much, is you've got an opening portion there. You can open the bag up. You've got a further zipper in there to stow stuff if you need. Batteries, hand warmers, whatever you need. And then I've got a little scrim cloth. And see there, I've got another DSLR in there with lens, and that just pulls out. And you can put that in the bottom portion as well, push that back in there. Easy access, guys, so you can swing that bag around, take the camera out, job done. Just put a bit of scrim in there just to add in protection. Okay, that's the bag from the outside and all the pockets and attachments. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go into the internal part of the bag. Very quickly there, the bag opens all the way up, so it's a back opening portion, and there we have it. So that's the inside of the bag at the moment, as you can see there. So I've got two lenses there. That's the opening portion there for the my R7 and a 70-200. Got two trail cams there, a pair of binos, DJI mics, DJI vlogging cam, some extenders and a battery as well. So on this portion as well here, we've got the embossed PGYTECH OneMo tactical backpack there, 35 litre. Little attachment point there, and in there I've got a 13-inch MacBook Pro. Slot that back in there, fasten that down, just keeps it nice and secure. And you can fit a maximum of 16-inch notebook, laptop, whatever in there. So the dividers are all customizable as well. These are really, really strong Velcro. This came in configured with lots of small spaces. I pulled it all out, configured it as I needed it. Very, very easy. But the Velcro is so strong. And each of these dividers are very thick and robust. They're not flimsy, they're hardened there, and you can just customize that as you need it. But there it is, guys. That's the PGYTECH OneMo tactical backpack in midnight camo, and they also do it in that coyote color as well. Any questions, please leave it in the vlog description. Happy to answer any questions you have. There's links in the vlog description as well with a unique discount code for this bag, with a link to Amazon or their website. This bag has been released today. Exactly when this vlog's out is when it's been released. So please, if you want to get your orders in there before Christmas, please do so and use my unique code as well. But my thanks to PGYTECH once again for gifting me this bag for the review. I really do think it's a superb bag, alongside with the One Pro ST, which is the super telephoto version, which I've done a review on before, which is awesome for my 800. Right, going to pack this back up, going to get back and do some photography, and hopefully catch up with some more birds. So this is one of my favourite spots for the owl, but I can't see it anywhere. A nice sunny position for it, so I thought it would probably like it here because it's going to get a little bit warmth, because that's with the sun, it's quite a little bit of warmth there despite being freezing cold today. And there's hardly any wind chill today, which is great. It really makes a difference when the wind chill's kicking in here. It could be like -15, but the wind chill's -21 or -22, and it's bloody freezing. Yeah, we're going to go a bit further and have a look, see if we can find it. So we've got a small downy woodpecker, looks like a female, that's just been tapping away in a hole there, just drilling out a potential old nest site or somewhere to roost. And it's just gone all the way up, and it keeps flying from tree to tree, and I'm trying to get an underwing shot with the light coming through. I've not nailed it. Failed attempts, so I've got a bird, its bum, looking like that, right up towards it. But I did manage to get a couple of shots of it then, which was quite nice. But yeah, it's quite quiet. But that's pretty beautiful. You just got to go around, have a look, see what you can see. I say I've been coming out, I think, this week for this video. I've been out 3 times, I think 4 times maybe, for 3-4 hours a time, and I haven't picked. There we go. There it is. Ah, we've got a male in now. So it's similar to the great spotted at home, where the woodpeckers here generally, the hairy and the downy, which are black and white. They've got the red, and the females have got no red at the nape of the neck, but the males have. So very similar sort of size really. But the actual downy woodpecker, which is the smallest, is kind of about the size of a lesser spotted in the UK. But these are common birds here, but they've got a lot of woodpecker species here, and it's just, yeah, it's just... Get some slow-mo video. Oh, that's beautiful. Tracking's amazing. There's twigs and all sorts in the way. I'm a single spot here because it's quite fussy. There it goes. Can you hear that? They don't tend to come down too low. So the woodpecker's on one side of the tree, which is light, so the exposure's good, and it's one stop over, and it's going on to the other side of the tree, which is dark. So I have to push it more. So it's a case of just being on your toes really, because what you don't want to do is switch to the other side, get a shot, and it's too underexposed. But it's a busy, busy woodpecker. It's in and out of every little nook and cranny on this tree. It's just finding the enjoyment in the simple species as well. When I say simple, I just mean they're common birds, but there's beauty in the common birds, amazing beauty. So I hope you enjoyed that video of me out on my local patch, the meadow, and in the woods that I've done over the last week. I really enjoyed it. It's nice to get varying conditions, blue sky, heavy snow, dull days, just to capture what I can in the snow, with a couple of little tips there about shooting in snowy conditions, adjusting that exposure and making sure that you don't get that horrible greyness in the snow or in your subject. Also, hope you guys can check out the OneMo backpack from PGYTECH, which is really good. Really happy with it. Very lightweight, nice and comfortable on my back, nice and robust. So if you've got any questions, please leave them in the vlog description, but check out the link below on the screen and also the links in the vlog description. But from me, thanks very much indeed for watching. I'm going to head back for a nice well-earned cup of tea, put my feet up, put the fire on, and have a look at my images. But thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time.